This is 7 National News making headlines. Ruler of Dubai launches Emirates program for excellent government services. Dubai calls for stronger public-private partnership for economic growth. And the price of drugs for chronic diseases to drop by 20%. In an effort to improve the efficiency of public services, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has launched the Emirates Program for Excellent Government Services. Under the program, all government service centres will be classified under a 1 to 7-star rating system over the next 5 years. The set of criteria will be based on swiftness of transactions, availability of information, diversity of channels of delivery, and innovation. Sheikh Mohammed stressed on the importance of delivery of these services in all corners of the country with the same quality. Dubai called for stronger public-private partnership to drive economic growth. At the first ever Economic Outlook Forum organised by the Department of Economic Development, government officials as well as economists say the Emirate is showing positive signs of further growth this year. Certain sectors have been identified as key drivers, and while there are still some challenges, they say now is a crucial time for everyone in the business sector to come together and discuss current trends, identify weaknesses and strengths to push businesses forward. Khadija Salih has more.
His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, Chairman of the Dubai Economic Sector Committee, President of Dubai Civil Aviation and Chairman and CEO of Emirates Group, addressed business leaders at the first Dubai Economic Outlook 2011. He encouraged partnership between the public and private sectors as it will play an important role in the Emirates' bid to take economic development to the next level. Meanwhile, DED senior officials are elated with the fact that the business community is more generous in their estimates of Dubai's performance and economy.
Today, I'm really happy. It's good that we are, as DED or government, we're more maybe conservative in our forecast. The private sector forecasts were more positive. This is maybe an answer for the question or when people were assuming that we are inflating our forecasting.
Analysts say 2010 showed positive growth led by logistics, manufacturing and trade, which accounted for 40% of Dubai's GDP. And while challenges still exist in certain sectors such as real estate and construction, they are confident of the future ahead.
Confidence is improving, and as growth gains traction, confidence will continue to improve. The one challenge for the business environment in Dubai and the UAE as a whole is the relatively tight credit conditions. There is not enough lending taking place right now, and this is something that is slightly taking away from confidence and from the growth dynamics. But nevertheless, things are improving, growth is gaining pace, and I would be positive on the prospects of Dubai for 2011 and beyond.
Economists also added that trade will continue to play an important role in Dubai's economic development, with a forecast of 4% growth in trade between India and Iran. Meanwhile, statistics show that passenger traffic through Dubai International Airport increased by more than 15% to reach 47.2 million in 2010 compared to 2009. This positive outlook is shared by many in the retail and tourism industry.
First quarter of 2011 being very, very positive. We hope that this year is also going to end with a great increase in number of tourists from various regions.
What we see in the past years, it was a recession time, and the market here, the business market was very down, and the people from outside, they scared to invest in Dubai. But what we see now is that we are in a recovering stage. Why not even a person? Why not even 0.1%? But we are in a recovering state.
The finance sector also reported that things are beginning to pick up and are confident that Dubai is well on its way to recovery despite some limitations at present.
Debt maturity and the mismatch in debt maturity is clearly something that they need to tackle. I think one of the most important things raised by the governor of the DIFC was putting together a local bond, local investment market, which right now is still absent. And once they're able to do that, once they can get investment appetite towards the local bonds, that can help a lot.
Many in the business community hope that the forum will become an annual event as it encourages transparent dialogue and international engagement. They say it allows them to understand Dubai's position in the emerging global economic situation and enable them to use it as a platform to achieve success. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
July will see the price of essential drugs for chronic diseases to drop by 20% across the country after the Minister of Health encouraged manufacturers to reduce prices. The ministry made the announcement on Tuesday after months of negotiations with manufacturers to reduce prices of drugs for high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, depression and other ailments. Prices for a total of 67 drugs will be reduced to levels matching the other Gulf states. A study found drug prices were the highest in the UAE compared to other GCC and Arab states. Over 1.8 billion regional and international consumers will be targeted when Phase 2 of Abu Dhabi's global advertising campaign begins across key established and emerging source markets this month, with Abu Dhabi Tourism Authority the campaign driver, aiming to attract 2 million hotel guests to the Emirate this year, rising to 2.3 million in 2012. The 10-month campaign, a follow-up to the original push focusing on selected core demographic media last year, will display Abu Dhabi's rich tapestry of cultural offerings, its natural and geographic assets, as well as its growing leisure attractions portfolio. 3 studies to raise road safety standards with the aim to reduce accidents were presented by Singapore, Australia and hosts UAE during the International Symposium for Best Police Practices, which concludes on Thursday in Dubai. According to a local newspaper, Major General Khamis Al-Muzaina, Deputy Police Chief of Dubai, said the studies reviewed vital topics relating to decreasing fatalities on the roads, adding the systems in Singapore and Australia had similarities with that in the UAE, although there were some vital differences to consider, especially in issuing driving licenses. Major General Mohammed Saif Al-Safain, Director of Traffic Department, who presented the study, said the program began with a survey on the number of road deaths and the main reasons behind them, which included the types of vehicles most involved in the accidents, as well as the nationality, age and experience of the drivers involved. Dubai customs inspectors at Dubai International Airport have caught passengers coming from a neighbouring country attempting to smuggle 7 kilograms of narcotic crystal. In 2 separate operations, the inspection team suspected the passengers' attitude and hesitation while approaching near to the inspection area for checking. The imaging system showed abnormalities at the bottom of his bags. The manual search led to detect a secret pocket containing a substance, which later on turned out to be narcotic crystal. The first case found 5 kilograms and the second case found narcotics weighing about 3 kilograms wrapped inside a transparent plastic bag. A new database for all available properties in Abu Dhabi and Al Ain is set to be released online in the next 6 months. The first phase of the Tawheek project was launched today by the municipality and is an important initiative towards simplifying and standardising ways to find and lease rental properties in the Emirate. This first step requires property companies and owners to register the use of the system, costing 1,000 dirhams per property. Registering, renewing or modifying a rental contract will cost between 50 and 100 dirhams. The online tool will also allow tenants and property owners to make transactions online and will be linked to additional government agencies such as electricity and water. Looking abroad now, still on Japan, as the situation does not seem to be getting better, seawater near the crippled Fukushima nuclear complex's number 1 reactor contained radioactive iodine at 3,355 times the legal limit, according to Japan's Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency. Hidehiko Nishimiyama, Deputy Director General of the agency, said the radioactive seawater will not affect residents as they had been evacuated and there was no fishing activity in the region. The spike in radioactivity is the latest setback as hundreds of plant workers struggle to cool down overheating reactors. Meanwhile, an official of the crippled plant's operator, Tokyo Electric Power, or TEPCO, announced that their president has fallen ill and has been hospitalised after suffering from high blood pressure and dizziness. Up next, we have Linda Berenger with the day's business news, so stay with us.